that alleges harassment, misconduct, and a smear campaign against Lively.
More than willing to take every single text message that exists out there.
Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, two of Hollywood's most beloved stars, have been caught in a web of allegations, lawsuits, and leaked messages that could shake their careers. The controversy began quietly during the filming of the highly anticipated movie adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, and ended with Blake Lively filing a legal complaint against Justin and his team. Blake accuses Justin and his team of attacking her public image, including repeated sexual harassment and disturbing behaviour by Justin and Jamie Heath, a producer of the movie. A list of 30 demands related to the pair's alleged misconduct was made at the meeting, including no more mention of Justin and Jim's previous pornography addiction to Blake and other crew members, no more descriptions of their own genitalia, no more adding of sex scenes, oral sex, or on-camera climaxes outside the scope of the script she approved when signing on to the project, and Justin stopping saying he could speak to Blake's dead father. Justin's legal team has told the BBC that the allegations are categorically false and that they hired a crisis manager because Blake had threatened to derail the film unless her demands were met. Blake accused Justin and Jamie Heath of harassment, inappropriate behaviour, and carrying out a retaliatory smear campaign as people felt like she was not taking it seriously. There was a lot of speculation surrounding creative differences between Blake and Just, as it seemed like the two had different visions for how the film should be. The Hollywood Reporter reported that Blake had commissioned her own cut of the film, which ultimately went with Sony and Wayfair. The internet didn't love this idea that Blake took over the movie, as they didn't understand why the rest of the cast would unfollow Justin. Blake's reputation took a hit due to her toned, deaf action, and Justin hired a crisis PR manager when the movie was released. Blake is now claiming that it was actually a smear campaign by Justin and his PR team, glorifying domestic abuse, bullying, and fat-shaming other women. The conversation about the situation has completely shifted away from the impactful story of Big Livy and the hundreds of thousands of people affected by the controversy. Justin Baldwin's movie, The Matrix, has been a subject of controversy, with many questioning why she stayed in the film. The question is whether we should be asking ourselves why men harm us, but the marketing for the movie has been toned down and deaf. Hollywood needs to learn how to market movies that talk about sensitive and deep-rooted topics so that people can actually see and feel the impact of the movie. Blake Lively obtained thousands of pages of text messages and emails through a subpoena which are reportedly damaging for Justin and his PR team. These messages have shifted the narrative and put Justin in a tight spot. A publicist working with the studio claimed that Mr. Baldoni had improvised unwanted kissing and discussed his intimate life, including encounters he said he may not have received consent. The messages paint Baldoni and his PR team in a bad light among them, with one message from PR team member Melissa Nathan standing out stating they could bury Blake if necessary. An allegation in the complaint that Bonnie didn't think the campaign was aggressive enough raises serious questions about the intentions behind their action. Miss Abel and Miss Nathan exchanged text messages expressing that Mr. Baldoni wants to feel like she can be buried, but they couldn't say so in writing. Nathan allegedly responded that they can bury anyone but can't write it down to him. In response to Blake's allegation, Justin's lawyer, Brian Fredman, dismissed them as a desperate attempt to salvage her own reputation. The New York Times made the full complaint public, and the screenshots show that the complaint was made public on the New York Times website. The allegations highlight the need for more open and honest conversation about the issues surrounding Justin's movie and the potential harm caused by men. Justin Bieber, an actor and director, has been facing legal battles for his role in the alleged smear campaign against Blake Lively. The accusations are made by Blake's representatives, who claim that the allegations are false and outrageous, with an intent to public hurt and rehash a narrative in the media. Justin's lawyer claims that the allegations are intentional, and that Wayfair Studios made the decision to hire a crisis manager prior to the film's marketing campaign due to multiple demands and threats from Lively. Blake's lawyer, Jesse Weber, believes that his legal action will help pull back the curtain on these retaliatory tactics to harm people who speak up about misconduct and protect others who may be targeted. Meanwhile, his former publicist Stephanie Jones has filed a lawsuit claiming that the entire smear campaign occurred without her knowledge and was a breach of contract. She also alleges her former colleagues tried to steal her client. Justin Bieber's new lawsuit adds new details to the ongoing accusations against him, including his film studio Wayfarer, publicist Jennifer Abel, and crisis management expert Melissa N. Jones has accused them of launching an alleged smear campaign against Lively, and is also going after Justin's PR and crisis management team, who she says tried to ruin her reputation. Jessie Weber, who is also being sued by both lawsuits, has come out with a statement defending herself. She claims that she was never subpoenaed, and that her private text messages and emails were included in the complaint. The New York Times contacted her an hour and a half after receipt, reviewing the 80-page document and receiving thousands of pages of documents with their correspondence that they never saw. In conclusion, Justin Bieber's legal battles are escalating rapidly, with new allegations and lawsuits being filed against him and his film studio Wayfarer. Justin Baldoni has filed a $250 million lawsuit against the New York Times, alleging that an article published by the outlet selectively removed context and painted him and his team in a false light. The legal battle has brought attention to the scandal, as both Baldoni and other plaintiffs need to prove that the Times made false statements and that they either knew the statements were false or recklessly ignored the falsity of those statements. Defamation is a unique set of facts that can be challenging for lawyers to file, but in the case of actors such as Baldoni, it is worth it to file a suit in a surprising turn of events. Baldoni's lawsuit revealed messages between himself and Blake Lively that seemingly contradicted her allegation, raising questions about the full picture of their interaction. The complaint also touched on the allegation that Justin was using the word sexy on set, and that Bonnie inappropriately described Lively's character's attire as exaggerated and misleading. The text exchange between Bonnie and Lively show that Lively had insisted that her character's clothing be much, and that he was just responding to her creative input, without objectifying her personally. The complaint also tackled the intimacy coordinator, accusing Blake of not wanting to meet with the intimacy coordinator to plan out scenes. Justin met with the coordinator alone and had to relay the messages to Blake, claiming that there was no harassment, and that in talking about his personal experiences, it was only to personalize and develop their characters. An alleged text from Justin allegedly shows him saying to Blake that he just hired the intimacy coordinator and will set you up to meet self-FaceTime with her next week. Blake says he feels good and can meet her when we start, but Justin then texts a female producer saying, "FYI, just want to tell you about this." Justin's lawyer, Brian Fredman, doubled down on this revelation, offering to put every single message on a website for the world to see, so that people can draw their own conclusions about who's at fault. In conclusion, the New York Times defamation case highlights the importance of proving the truth and addressing the issues surrounding the Hollywood industry. Justin Baldoni is preparing for a legal battle 3 days after the New York Times filed a lawsuit against co-star Blake Lively for allegations of sexual harassment and retaliation. Lively's attorney confirmed on NBC News that they plan to release text messages and will sue the actress. Lively has gained significant support from Hollywood actors, including Colleen Hoover, the author of It Ends With Us, and her sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, co-stars America Ferrera, Amber Tamberlin, and Alexis Pedel. Blake Lively's co-star Brandon Skera broke his silence on her allegations against Justin Baldoni, weighing in after Blake filed a legal complaint accusing him of engaging in inappropriate behaviour on the set of the film. On December 23rd, Brandon took to his Instagram story to side with Blake, linking a report from the New York Times that allows readers to see the full legal complaint filed by the actor. The truth is murky as the back and forth between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni continues, with lawsuits still pending and new information coming to light. Leaked messages and allegations have rocked Hollywood, leaving fans to wonder who's telling the truth. Blake Lively has alleged serious misconduct and a smear campaign that damaged her reputation, while Justin Baldoni claims these accusations are an attempt to deflect blame and tarnish his name with lawsuits, leaked messages, and public statements. The ongoing legal battle between the two stars raises questions about who's telling the truth and the potential impact of the ongoing scandal on Hollywood.